Yes.
Yes.
Podcast.
Yes.
It's a podcast. Welcome to the Pegbarians podcast. This is number 16.
Yes. This is a special podcast.
Yeah.
Tell us why, Florian.
Yeah, tell us why.
Because it's on YouTube?
It's going to be on YouTube.
And we're all together again.
Yeah, everybody's
I'm
back.
For all the people who are thinking, why am I listening to podcast number 16? We've got 15 other podcasts on, or 15 other episodes on SoundCloud and on iTunes.
Yeah.
And we decided to start throwing them on YouTube.
Because of all that ad revenue that we get.
No, because
Ching, ching, ching.
not a lot of people were listening to them on iTunes and SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the comments, after you finished listening, tell us in the comments if you like this. Or if you hate it, then we
also
know.
tell us also when you hate it. So I can make witty
Especially-
remarks back to you.
Yeah.
Why?
Which is my hobby.
It is.
Because I have a very empty life.
If you're a troll,
Oh, man.
Martijn's easily trolled.
Yes.
So this podcast,
Should we introduce ourselves maybe? Like the voices?
yep,
Yes, I am Thijs Kolen.
My name is
And
Lindsay.
I'm
Oh,
also...
sorry.
Whoa.
Intern.
Wait your turn.
Wait your turn.
So eager.
As I said, my name is Thijs Kolen, and I represent Tintis in the Pegbarians.
Do you now?
yeah.
Legally?
Maybe. I designed him.
Wow.
You're his dad.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet, sweet
Yeah, in
dad.
a way. Yeah.
Okay.
He's your
I'm
baby boy.
Tintis' his dad.
Anyway,
Okay.
moving on. We've also got an intern.
Hi, my name is Lindsay. I designed Bo in one of the last videos.
What's it called?
Was it
It's
called
called
intern?
Tambarian, wasn't it?
Tambarian.
Tambarian.
It's called Tambarian.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. So who are you?
Huh?
Who are you?
I have no idea.
Okay, then on to me. I'm Florian, and I created Red and some other stuff.
Some other stuff.
Yep.
I'm Martijn, and I created Knut, the one with the helmet. And I also created some stuff.
Oh, cool.
What coincidence.
What
Yeah.
a coincidence.
We have so much in common.
Yep.
We're also sharing a microphone.
Yeah.
We have that in common as well.
Hot damn.
Hot damn.
And anyway, this podcast is about just us talking about stuff and about ideas that people have sent in.
Yeah.
That people send in. You can send in your ideas. I guess now on YouTube as well.
Yeah, just put them in the comments. Just,
And basically what we do with them is you send in an idea that's about one tweet long. That's 140 characters. And
Yeah, if you don't do that, we don't use the idea.
it's true.
or we just use the first tweet, which we did with one of the guys.
Yeah.
The first
And
one.
anyway,
But on YouTube, you can do longer comments, I think.
Just make a short one sentence idea.
and an idea
Don't
could
send
be
a
for an animation. Well, basically for an animation. Have
Yeah.
animation in mind. And we'll talk about them on the podcast, which is, we're going to do in a bit. And we also have a segment where we just talk about our feelings.
Yes. Feel variance.
So how has everybody been feeling this week?
Oh boy.
Oh no. Oh shit.
Uh,
I'll start.
Yeah.
We'll start with positive.
let's start with positive things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I've been to Click this last week together with Thijs, and Lindsay was there working, as a volunteer. And I saw some cool shorts, met some cool people. It was a fun experience for me. And there was a party at top of a big building in Amsterdam North.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Not on the museum, but somewhere else.
Right next to the I building.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Just basic Click, cool stuff, cool people.
Click, I missed it.
You missed it.
Yeah. Because I was in Gran Canaria.
Yep.
That's a positive,
It's a
negative.
family tradition. Every year we go, well, it's been tradition for 3 years now, where me, my mom, my stepdad, my two sisters, and her children, we go on a vacation somewhere. We went to Germany and Belgium beforehand, and now we stepped it up a notch. We went to Gran Canaria, which is the Canary, one of the Canary Islands. What do you call that? Canary Islands? I don't know. Spain.
It's an island in Spain.
It's an island. Actually, not
Here.
very. It's actually close to Africa.
Oh.
Yeah, it's to the African continent. Anyway, it was yeah. There was some good things, but they were heavily outweighed by the bad things that happened that week. I was mentally and physically drained at the end of the vacation, literally because I was vomiting all over the place at the end. So that was fun. That was a fun trip back. I'm not going to spare you the details. It was.
Please do.
It was an experience. And now I feel like I need a vacation again. So that's great.
Well, I hope every day at the office feels like a vacation.
If only. If only.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Well, still doing Overwatch.
We're still working on that Overwatch short. That's never gonna get finished. Oh, this week. This week, hopefully.
It
or next
will.
week.
Yeah, for people
Have faith in yourself.
who don't know, we're doing the Overwatch short, and it should be out on Friday, but maybe next.
Probably not. No,
Maybe the week after, but definitely next Friday.
Definitely next Friday.
I mean,
yeah.
the week after this week.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. And how you guys been on the other side of the table?
Yeah.
Oh, I also went to Click.
What a coincidence.
Oh yeah, I saw you there.
No, I saw it, Florian. That's true. It was, it was Click. It was a lot of fun. I was a little less in the social mood, so there were some missed opportunities to talk with what I think would have been very inspirational animators.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all,
Too bad.
I had a good time with my friends and seeing a lot of cool shorts and getting inspired to maybe start thinking about my own short about my diabetes that I want to make.
All right.
And but yeah, there were some interesting things there as well. Like there was one video which only had subtitles, but there was no text. There was no sound to pretend they were talking like a Sims language or something.
Yeah.
There was nothing like that. There was just subtitles.
I had a feeling it was a mistake.
It felt like it was a mistake, but I also felt like, this is also an interesting approach to...
Like an RPG cutscene.
Yeah, just like a movie with only subtitles. And
That's so weird.
well, it's not like someone was telling over the imagery.
Yeah.
Some of my friends were telling me they were also at a screening and there was no sound and we're like, oh yeah, this is so deep. But then a girl came by and it was like, oh, there's no sound. Fuck. Like,
Yeah, there was.
So maybe-
I was there as well. It was at the movie My Life as Courgette,
oh,
My
okay.
feet- my
which
feet
is
and-
a great movie.
It's a really good movie.
Watch it.
If you have a chance to see it somewhere at a festival near
It's
you.
really good stop motion animation as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the sound was cut out, but it was like had such a calm intro. A lot
Was it
of
the
it
beginning?
worked really well without sound.
Yeah.
As well.
Nice.
But also, Psychonauts was really cool.
Yeah, Psychonauts, The Lost Children. I don't remember the studio, but that was a
Spanish studio.
Spanish studio.
Sweet.
We saw it in the original Spanish
Yep.
with subtitles, and it was fucking awesome. I really loved it. I thought it was one of the best things I saw on Click.
Yep.
From the art style to the animation to the story, it was all really, really something else. Kind of a rough story as well. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because spoilers. But there's some dark themes in it, which is a very weird contrast because the character design is kind of more cutesy, but it has these themes with drugs and after like there's a power plant at the beginning of the film and
There's a big
explosion and people die, and it's kind of like the aftermath of that. Well, not post-apocalypse, but no.
Okay.
It's not like society hasn't
don't know
failed
what's
yet in a way.
Okay.
So, but it's just kind of everything is depressed and the whole
Dystopia.
It was like a good, like a well-faring island, but now it's like the poorest thing ever.
It's shit. It's all shit.
And they try to get by, I guess, maybe. Well, if you want to know what's it about, go see the movie. Want to see the rest of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
As it comes
There's
out.
probably a trailer out already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a short that it's based on. You can watch that online.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
that's
I
true.
think it has the same name. I'm not sure.
Oh, cool.
But I had to miss that one because I was volunteering at Click for the first time, and I had so much fun. I think I'm gonna do it next year and probably urge more people from my class to do it.
Yeah, you should.
I did mostly catering. I helped in the kitchen. I served people food. It was really nice. I met a bunch of cool people and definitely cool. Didn't see a lot of shorts though. I did go to
Didn't they have a
this.
screen in the kitchen? They didn't have a screen in the kitchen?
No.
Oh,
Too bad, right?
But you got a pass for the entire week, right?
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
you had to work the other week.
yeah, I had to mostly work at night. That's mostly when the shorts came. So
Yeah, but I mean, you had to work like 3 days of the 5.
yeah, but Saturday
Yeah.
I was kind of like, let me go home for a sec because I've been gone for 3 days because I was staying somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise I would have done Saturday, definitely.
Did you go Sunday?
No. I went to a party Saturday night. It was mostly like, it was a Vogue competition. Voguing is like, is dancing mixed with, I don't know, fashion movements, almost like runway type of stuff.
That's weird.
Okay.
It was great. It was amazing. Like the theme was carousel, so you had like these categories who were like Broken Doll and Snake Lady
okay.
and Strongman and Acrobat and stuff. And based on that, like people came in and battled against each other, and it was just
In dance.
it was very
So,
it was good.
There's dance. There's dance,
Yeah.
and there's fashion and battling. There's violence as well.
Yes.
That sounds an interesting combination.
Yeah.
It was super cool. And afterwards, there was another party, so we stayed. But my feet hurt so bad. So, like, basically, I just sat down for the entire night. And afterwards, we had to pick up a friend at Schiphol. So we had to stay there. So me and my friend, we basically fell asleep on a chair. And afterwards, we went to Schiphol. So that was basically my weekend.
Okay. Sunday, I just sat on my chair.
Yeah.
I bought the Humble Bundle. Played some games in the
sweet.
Humble Bundle. I thought the Chroma Rangers or something.
I have no idea.
Chroma Squad was the most fun. That's like where you have a Sentai Squad, and that's like a Japanese Sentai Squad is
Power Rangers,
basically.
yeah.
Cool.
You've got Power Rangers, but you're on a set as well, and you have to do like make movies basically. But it's more like an RPG,
Okay,
turn-based RPG. But
It's an
pretty
RPG
fun.
where you make movies?
There's sort of a movie theme in there. You don't really make them,
Yeah, cool.
but you basically battle typical Power Rangers enemies, and you
Cool.
go into a giant robot and stuff like that.
That's
It's pretty fun.
cool.
And some other games that weren't that to my fancy, but
Yeah, I've like every now and then I still buy Humble Bundle stuff, but mostly it's just like I have no idea what these games are about, and then you look at it and it's like, yeah, that doesn't look that
yeah, I
interesting.
like one of them, but then still like it only costs €4. Or
That
€5.
is true. That is true.
Humble Bundle is only $4.
It's whatever
Well,
you pay.
it's-
You can pay whatever you want for it.
I think
Oh.
when people pay more, then the average goes up, and then people have to pay more to get.
There's
so
like a
everybody likes to
paywall,
keep it
like you get
low.
No, I
do
don't think
these games
that's the
and then you
case.
get.
There's just some publishers have like a special thing where
Yeah. There's
if
a
you
Humble
pay
Bundle and
over
there's the
this amount,
special.
you get some extra games,
Yeah.
and these extra games are usually more
but
bigger games.
Those are not actual Humble Bundles. Those are like they're like developer bundles, but they're not the just a collection of games that Humble Bundle kind
but
of.
they are on the Humble Bundle site.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but you have the Humble Bundle, you have the literature bundle and that kind of stuff
yeah.
as well,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
mobile bundle.
Wow, okay.
Fascinating.
It
We're not
is-
sponsored by Humble Bundle, but for some reason we're.
Well,
Really
it's
selling
good.
them.
It's a nice service. I mean, I don't
That's charity.
know
It's for charity.
how well.
Oh, it's for charity.
I
Yeah.
played these
Always
games
been
for
charity.
charity.
I do it for the good, the kindness of my heart, and not for the games, of course. No, this is for you kids.
Well, I'm probably not gonna play those games that much.
Well,
I have a long list of games I still haven't played on my Steam list.
But I basically just sat down because the ASF thing I was drinking every day, and at Click I was also drinking every day.
So you had to calm down.
I had to calm down.
So you opened up a beer and chilled on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Your
Sunday-
liver was like lagging behind. It's like, just hold up for a second. I need to take a breather.
Actually, on Sunday I had 2 beers as well because a friend slept over.
So you turned around, you punched your liver in the face, like, shut up!
Yeah,
More beer for you. Glug, glug, glug,
because
glug, glug.
you can't just stop. You need to gradually stop, right? So today I need 1 beer.
The cooling down.
But
yeah.
a friend stayed over?
Yeah,
Who?
Julian. It's a boy.
Ah.
It's not what you
Yeah,
think.
that's
Okay,
Aw.
we did fuck, but it's a boy.
Yeah, but he's a boy. I mean, it doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count.
Doesn't count. That's,
No.
as long as you say no homo,
Exactly.
it doesn't count.
Yeah.
This is a weird podcast. I think that we need to cut
It's,
a lot of it.
no, this is a good podcast.
It's a terrible podcast.
That's
This is
Sounds
the one
good
that this is our the big moment. We're gonna get on YouTube. This needs to be a big thing, and we're talking about the depressing animated shorts we've seen on Click.
was
That's a good
depressing.
selling
no,
point.
no,
My life
no,
is
we're
shit was
depressing.
really fun.
what I'm talking about. I talked about the greatest things that I've seen in a while on Click.
I saw some shitty things too, though.
Yeah, I also
There's always shitty things.
I'm not gonna talk about the shitty things.
Here's 5 minutes of lines and circles.
No, that Click doesn't
Well-
have that. That's like Holland Animation Festival has.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Click has more like films where you wonder when it's gonna stop.
Yeah. And it fades to black. You think like,
Well, not a
here we
lot.
go.
But there was this one block. You have these short blocks,
Yeah.
like 1 through 6, and then each block has like a couple of films in there.
Yeah.
And then one block was kind of a letdown.
I thought it was fun.
I had a lot of long, tedious,
Yeah.
short.
Oh, and Midnight Madness was really fun.
Yeah, Midnight Madness was really great.
There's like one thing. Have you been last year, Midnight Madness?
I've never been to Midnight Madness because I meant I had to stay over somewhere because I
Why?
can't take the train back to
You can take the train back.
Midnight Madness. It's like
Yeah.
midnight.
You can take the train back to Utrecht, and then you take your scooter
I was in
and
Hilversum
drive
back then.
home. Oh yeah, of course.
That was really hard
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do in
Well,
Hilversum.
still.
But Midnight Madness, all kinds of videos that are really fucked up, and people dance, and you can speed things up by making a meow sound, and you can slow them down by making a woof sound. And when you make a monkey sound, there was one guy who was playing on the piano who did different music, or like on the keyboard. But anywho,
Sounds awesome.
now we have a segment where each of us talk about something they want to talk about.
That's what you do in a professional podcast.
Yes.
You announce your segments really clearly.
Yes.
With an explanation.
Because this is the first sort of.
We need to have that sound that goes like doo doo doo.
Well, I don't know. I never listened to podcasts.
You never listen to podcasts?
What?
Get out of here.
I only listen to the Magic Tavern.
That's pretty good.
And Cool Games
podcast.
Inc.
Pretty good
Or not
podcast.
even
I have never listened to it, but
It's
I
a- it's
bet
a
it's
really-
really good.
It's a really good podcast.
If Florian says it's good, then it's pretty good.
Okay, so in this...
Thijs, you go first.
We're just not gonna say it. Okay, I go first.
I already said what we're gonna do.
We either do an ID or we do
We already-
something want to talk about, like animation
Like
oriented
animation stuff.
Okay.
And I got an ID. All right, there's this dinner party.
Yes.
Right, it's pretty classy. There's one guy who doesn't really know what to do at this dinner party, or what the proper.
Using the salad fork on the steak, what a barbarian.
He all of his friends they toast, and
Yeah.
he toasts with them, but he didn't get a drink
Oh yeah. with this-
already, and he just quickly he panics because he doesn't know. Shit, I got a toast. It's his friends, and they invited me, but so he grabs a fork, and then he clinks the glasses with the fork. But
Yeah.
then his friends keep like they all take a swig of the beer, but then his friends start looking at him. And he's like what? And he still has the fork in his hand. He's like, oh shit! And he quickly tries to swallow the fork, and this continues in a trend where he just keeps eating his
Cutlery.
cutlery. And then at the end they go to there's a show or there's a comedian. They go to the comedian. And then he makes one joke, and then the guy who ate all the cutlery, he laughs too hard, and he pukes out all the knives,
Comes out of his nose.
forks,
Like,
comes out of his nose or something, and he skewers the guy, and that's it.
yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
So the comedian gets skewered? or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he
nice.
does.
Yeah.
It
Like
was
the
all-
other guys have like beer probably coming out of their nose or something.
Because that's what you do when you laugh too hard. And this beer comes out. It's just like a
Yes.
jet. Like a jet.
Yes.
Just wham!
I know you never laugh, and
That's
you've
true.
never experienced.
I'm never happy.
Happiness.
There's also another version where everybody at the table eats something differently. That was my first take, where they just
Like-
one eats all the knives, other guy eats all the spoons, other guy eats the plates.
All right.
And then at the end, they all laugh in one after another. So one guy pukes plates, and the other guy eats spoons, and it's okay. But then the guy who pukes the knives kills the guy
Imagine
on stage.
imagine laughing so hard that plates are coming out of your nose.
Yeah,
Just imagine that. The stretching.
Oh god, no.
Just slow
But
motion.
then that would mean that he'd eat the plate whole as well.
Yeah. Of course,
Okay.
Comedic value.
Ah, okay. I like the first one better because it's more. It starts off normal, and
Yeah.
it's like, come on, you gotta do a toast. You gotta drink some of. You gotta drink your knife.
Drink your knife.
there's a stronger contrast of weird and normal.
But it's
I
two
guess.
stories in one though, kind of. It's like the first story is about him being in that weird situation where he doesn't know what to do at this fancy party, and then he goes to a comedian and he kills the comedian with the cutlery he's swallowed.
No,
Yeah,
it's,
but on
it's
the
fine,
other
right? Because the second part can be real fast. It's
Yeah, that's
like
true.
it's like you have a cut and then
Yeah, it's like a night out, you know.
yeah.
They go to eat, they go to a show. So it makes sense in that regard.
Did you ever go? No, there's not that many comedians in the Netherlands.
I went to a lot of shows.
On a date?
On a date?
Did you ever go to a comedian? Yeah.
I usually went with my parents.
Is this something you would recommend or not?
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. But that's like a classic thing, right? In America, I guess. To
Go to a comedian show?
Yeah, on a date.
Okay.
Really?
Oh, that's true, yeah. But there are also like more comedian cafes, I guess.
Yeah.
There's like
we don't really that scene
rotate
doesn't
in
really
and out.
exist much here.
No.
There's a lot of comedians here. I just
We have a bunch in Amsterdam, but
so yeah, in the Netherlands we don't have a lot of like
There's a few that were funny.
like comedy clubs where there's just you
There-
go in not knowing who you're
Oh,
gonna
in
see.
the Netherlands, there's no comedy clubs like that.
No, there's only like big shows of
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
prominent
Big shows.
comedians.
And you have to buy a ticket. Expensive ticket,
Very expensive.
probably.
Martijn,
Anyway, yeah,
shoot for the stars.
Sure.
Go.
Bang bang. Oh, there goes Crap Nebula. What the fuck is this?
Wow.
It's not even a star. It's a
No.
nebula. Doesn't matter.
Space jokes.
Space jokes.
We got them.
Okay. Anyway, so, I completely lost my train of thought.
You were gonna talk about visual
choo
storytelling.
choo. Here it comes. I got it back. Here it comes. Choo
Visual
choo.
storytelling.
Visual storytelling. Yes. So basically, this is something we had to learn at the Utrecht School of Arts, where we learned about how to make animations in our animations course, where you need to, when you make an animation, when you want to have, make an idea for an animation, a lot of people just make up this story and then go like, but animated.
Yes.
Like, oh, this is a story about a girl and his parents die and it's so sad and she becomes a bad woman. I don't know. But like,
animated.
But animated. I'm going to animate it. And okay, yeah, you can do that. Of course you can do that. But if you want to make an animation and you want to make something that's, just, I want to make a cool animation, don't do that. Go for something visual, because animation is visual. It's about visual cues, visual jokes, visual explanation.
Well, it doesn't have to be per se, but the thing is, you have to ask yourself, if you want to do this gritty mafia story, that's film noir, why are you going to animate it?
Yeah, exactly.
You have to ask yourself, what's the added value?
What's the added value of
why can't you just
animation?
hire actors and do it on film? What's the added value of doing it in animation? That's the most important thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So
Situation.
basically, I think like a long time on Newgrounds, I made the comparison, a really stupid comparison between a series called The Proud Family, I believe called, or something. It was like this series on Disney Channel
I
about
know the
this
Proud Family.
African American family. But it was really not fun to watch because it was just talking. Like everything was talking. It was just a sitcom. It was a sitcom. It's a sitcom, and sitcoms are fine if you like him. I don't like him, but it's fine because it's like screwball humor and that kind of stuff. It's like ha 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 ha. Doesn't work in animation because animation has to be visual. So if you can close your eyes during the whole episode which you can do because I tried, you can just close your eyes during the whole episode, you'll still know what's happening. Like you'll still follow the whole episode without seeing a single frame of it. You'll still know what's going on, and that's. Yeah, I mean you can do that, sure, but that's then there's literally no added value from the animation. So if you have something like a short, like European shorts, animated shorts sometimes don't even have any dialogue, and so it's completely visual, and then you see like all these stupid visual gags, like the one I made a comparison on Newgrounds with that short that our teacher showed us of that nun with the black and white screen, which was a really fun way to play with like colors. Basically, it was like nun who was on this like weird existence where there's like she was standing in this big white area and the other side of the screen was black, like it was divided in half. And she would cross over to the black side, but because she was a nun, she was drawn black and white, so she had like a black dress, a black hood on, but like a white face and white hands and white feet. When she crossed over to the other side, she would either lose parts of her body because it would be melded with the blackness of the other side. So if she would cross back to the left side, she would either lose bits of herself or it would change completely, like transform, like her dress would transform in this weird like bikini, I believe, at some point.
Yeah.
And so they would play constantly where she was either like walking over, crossing over, she would like fall into the other side, or like she would be drawn into the black side and that kind of stuff. And she would constantly change shapes because of that playing between black and white, between in a design. And that's something you would never be able to do in film in that way.
Yeah.
Like that's like if you close your eyes, you won't be able to know what's happening. Because all you hear is like, ooh, ooh, the little old lady going, ooh, ooh, or something like that. That's all you hear, or like the footsteps or something like that. So that's what I mean with visual storytelling, or visual, like a visual concept, where you go like, something I've learned as well is that with animation, it's easier to go like with like some small visual thing you've discovered, like, oh, if I do this, what if I base my whole story about this one small thing, like that. It was like a video game a year ago, 2 years ago, with that guy who made like this little doll out of yarn, like
Yarny?
a little red dude, huh?
Yarny?
Could be, I don't know.
Kirby's Epic Yarn?
No, not
Was it-
Kirby's
yeah.
Epic Yarn. It's like this guy who made this.
It's
like,
the PlayStation game.
yeah, that one.
Oh yeah.
Like that was completely made out of just one guy who made this like little yarn guy out of metal wire and just yarn, and just made something. It's like, hey, I'm gonna make a game out of this. That's literally what he did. No, like big concept, just like, hey, this is a funny dude.
It works really well for when you do a
Let's
short
make a gum out of it.
video.
Yeah, and then it works really well with shorts. Like you find some weird little like visual quirk, and you go like, okay, I'm just gonna make a short around this. Like I did that with Antumbra, the one I released a few weeks ago, the one with the falling, where he falls to the same room. That was just the concept. It was like a guy falls into a pit, but the pit is repeated, and he falls over and over and over through the same room over and over and over again. That was the joke. That was everything I made up, and then after that, I just made up the rest around it.
Didn't you have a different idea that same year?
Yeah, I had different ideas.
Like half and a half. At the halfway point, you changed your idea to that one, right?
Yeah, because before that, it was going to be a political bullshit thing.
Ah, yeah.
I think I already talked about this in a podcast. But like, so instead of like focusing on having this dialogue and this heavy narrative, and I want to tell a story about, you can tell a sad story, of course, if you want to do that. But like, if it's a story about, I don't know, depression, or if it's a story about finding your first love, I don't know. Like, sure, you can just tell your story about how I met the girl, or it felt like. But if you like for depression, it's all about like, what does depression feel like? It feels like this and this, and you can visualize that a lot in animation. Like you're like, it feels like my head is just full of noise, and it just kind of just draw noise everywhere, that kind of stuff. That's animation. That's what you can do with animation. Even if you had a feature film where they had to visualize depression, you will probably use animation in some way, or some visual effects that are animated. So instead of so that's my.
I just want to draw a sad guy on a bench. For 2 hours.
For 2 hours. With like a very stylized rain falling down on him.
Yep.
And then.
And then he'll say why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 5 different languages.
Yeah.
And then.
Porque?
There you go. That's your
Wow.
festival animation done. Nominated best animated film by Cannes or some town in some Eastern European country.
Okay.
5 stars. Anyway, visual storytelling, guys. It's important for animation. That's my.
So what's your closing statement?
That
That's what
was
we
it.
always do here on podcast.
Pegbarians.
Closing statement. I don't know.
I guess if you think of an idea, first there's the idea, and
Why should it be animated?
and then think about how could I tell the story the best?
Yeah,
Is it an animation? Yes, great. If it's better in film, just
do it in film.
don't do it, or do it in film, or make a comic
Yeah.
or whatever when that's
Yeah.
better.
Does the animation does making it an animation add anything to the story or to the idea,
Yes.
to the concept? That's what you should ask yourself before you start working on your epic trilogy.
Yep. But there's sometimes you have like a short idea. It's like 10 seconds or 20 seconds, and it's just a joke, and you could film it.
Yeah.
But you're not a good actor, and you might as well just create an animation because it's easier and faster.
Well, that is open for debate.
Open for debate, but
That's kind of how Harry Potter started, didn't he? He said, like, I wanted to do acting stuff and sketches, but I didn't have the crew for it, so I just started animating.
yeah,
And then he was really good at it. The fucker.
yeah. But when has he last released something?
He's actually working on something right now with
Yeah, he
Dan,
probably is
with
right
Dan
now.
Bull. Yeah, he tweeted about it yesterday.
Oh, really?
So
What
there
did
you
you work
go.
on?
Something with Dan Bull. It looks Skyrim-esque again.
Ah, okay.
Cool. He also does covers on SoundCloud.
Really?
Yeah, I listened to his cover of Sweet Transvestite
Okay.
on SoundCloud.
Was
Okay.
good?
It's really good.
Okay.
It's really good.
Okay. Anyway, I've got an idea for... my idea was I wanted to make something very cute.
Oh, wow.
For kids. Cute for kids, man. And
Wait, really?
you're probably like, oh boy, this is Florian making something cute for kids. It's gonna
Florian's going commercial.
No, I want to make something about a bunny. I was gonna narrate it in Japanese because I only think it works in Japanese for some reason, and it was really fun to do Japanese voices. But the idea is it's this bunny, and it's anthropomorphic bunny, of course.
Is it a sexy anthropomorphic?
No.
Does it have tits? That's all I need to know.
No.
Okay.
But
God
it is a girl.
Damn it. Does it have a cute dress?
Come on, guys.
Does he have like a chest that kind of sticks out?
Does he
just a
have
bosom, but
does
doesn't
she
actually
wear-
have...
Let's sexualize this bunny. Go on.
Come on.
You tell
does
that
she
to
wear?
Disney.
Guys.
What
You
is
tell
this
that
bunny
to Disney
wearing?
and to Warner Brothers. They do it all the time.
I need to know
I
what
feel-
the
Anyway,
bunny's wearing.
I feel like I'm being raped. What's with this bunny? What's the dress? Okay, so there's this bunny, and it's raining outside, and she wants to find her umbrella. And it's like, oh, she can't find the umbrella in her car, and she can't find it in her home. So she goes inside her dreams to find the umbrella.
Okay.
She goes to sleep, and she goes inside her space dreams, and she has like a giant carrot as a spacecraft.
Yeah.
And then she finds a big, fleshy head of a man where she needs to go in. It's like it's dreams. It's weird, man. I just looked at my sketches and I thought, this looks pretty cool. She goes inside the mouth, and then she sees her ex-boyfriend. And
This is for kids still.
This is for kids.
Okay.
It's for
Is he
12
cute?
years.
Oh,
12
okay.
years.
I was thinking about like 6
What
years
is he
old.
wearing?
What is he wearing?
Is he cute?
Oh no, he's probably naked, and he's like, it's your ex-boyfriend, and he still loves you. And she's like, and then she goes like, oh no, but this is a dream. I need to go for it. I need to find my umbrella. In the end, she finds her umbrella. She wakes up, and it's not raining anymore, and she has her umbrella. But then the narration says like, yeah, but an umbrella in a dream is just an umbrella in a dream, and then the umbrella fades away, and you have like a zoom in on her face, and the narrator says like, Usagi-chan wa chotto aho da na, which means like Usagi-chan is a bit of an idiot, and then ending.
That's very Japanese.
Yeah,
That's very Japanese. And like,
And
she has
so
like,
you're like,
she's got this blank stare on her face. Like,
yeah. So it's like a story of find an umbrella,
Nice.
and then it stopped raining, and then
So it's all kind of about the visual.
So how
yes.
long does it take you at
Visual check.
Animateurs van Frontier to make this idea? Like, is this what you've been doing with your precious time?
No,
Oh, okay.
I think it will be around 1 minute 30. The dream sequence isn't going to be that long,
It's very short.
or maybe even shorter. It's like there's no better. I need to go inside my dreams.
It
Sounds
sounds like it
good.
can't be shorter than 1 minute and 30. When you have a lot of
Maybe.
stuff you have to explain in visual. He goes first. You have to visualize as he's searching for the umbrella.
Yeah, but it's going to be narrated at the same time. So the
Yeah,
narration
okay,
says like
that's true.
it's not in the car and it's not in the house, and then you can just have like a really short loop of her
Yeah.
searching.
And then there's a bright red screen as she knows, I know where my umbrella is. Like that book. No?
Like, no?
You know
Which
that
book?
That's with the bear that's looking for his hat.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a children's book, but it's like a children's book that's not actually, it's not meant for children.
Oh,
it's really
wait,
fun.
yes.
It's not even that fucked up, but it's like he goes around the forest trying to find his hat,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes to all his like animal friends,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes like, "Do you have my hat? No, I don't have your hat. Do you have my hat? No, I
Oh,
don't have your
yeah,
hat." And there's one page just completely red, and you see him like looking, like this like bright white eyes, like I know where my hat is. And he goes back to the bunny who was wearing his hat all along.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so fucked up. He's like, holy shit, a child would just have nightmares for days from that. I would have. I would still have it.
Yeah.
I was 28 years old. And I still
Yeah,
have it.
we are noticing that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nightmares, man.
But I think the funny part about my idea is that you go so fast. So, okay, I'm going to look inside my dreams. And as the audience, you're like, okay, this can happen inside this story. But then at the end, it's like, no, a dream is still just a dream. And you can't find your umbrella there. You idiot.
Stop following your dreams. This is
Yeah,
the moral
stop
of the
following
story.
your dreams.
Your dreams
Literally.
are worthless. Cool.
It sounds like a good idea.
You could just have like
Yeah.
nice moral stories like we all die someday, and
Okay, that's not. It's
No,
more like
it also has
you
like
shouldn't
a-
just dream about stuff. You just should just do it. Just go out and get your umbrella.
It
In the
also
real
kind of
world.
she kind of wastes like she's in a hurry. She's like searching for this umbrella,
Yeah.
and then she goes to sleep. And she wakes up, but then she fucking wastes it all the time. Like
Yeah.
she wanted to go out probably or something.
It doesn't even have an umbrella.
It's not raining anymore, so time obviously went
Yeah.
past.
I always like it when because the bunny had this space carrot spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
I always like it when they do that kind of stuff like bunny has a carrot spaceship
Yeah.
because bunnies like carrots. 'Cause
Yeah.
I always drive around in my space bag of chips. Of course, that's always what I always do.
I now imagine
Yeah.
like a rocket that's a steak.
Rocket,
Yeah.
steak rocket.
Steak
Oh god, it's
Or like in a giant cow, and you just
just a cow.
a cow. Yeah.
Moo. That's what it makes the sound makes. That's the hyperdrive. Moo.
Moo.
It's very underwhelming.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, Lindsay.
Anyway, well, I sometimes ask intern questions, and I have one for you right now. You probably got this question a lot, I have a feeling, but I still...
what software do you use?
That's it. You guessed it. You get...
Lindsay has been working
No.
on paper exclusively and still doesn't know the software.
No.
We
After
can't use
3
the same-
years, I have no idea how TV Paint works.
We could just go like, can you look, I made you an in-between. There's like a stack of papers. Like, I don't want to
Here you
scan
go.
that in.
Scan them in.
I'll just make it myself. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, very well done. Oh, here's a sticker.
I did the entire short on paper. No, I was wondering, and this is up for debate. Do you think you need to go to school to learn animation?
I've actually had this conversation with a few people about that.
I'd say if you're very motivated, no.
No.
No,
But
but
yes.
But yes.
Also, yes.
not to learn animation,
No.
not the skill itself,
Hmm.
but school gives you a lot of connections and a lot of like a first step into the industry.
Yeah,
Well,
I feel the same way.
Because the thing is, like, okay, so we know that there's a festival, Click, which is amazing to go to.
Yeah.
We know other festivals in other countries where you could send your film to. We know this stuff now.
Yeah.
But I know this because of school. If I never went to anything that has something to do with animation, I wouldn't have known any of these things.
Mhm.
You
No, I
know?
totally agree.
But
Yeah.
and also the thing is, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
have met
thought
Florian and Martijn to start Pegbarians.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it this way. Do we know anyone in the professional animation industry in the Netherlands that doesn't have an education
In animation.
in animation?
No.
I know no one.
But I don't. That's not the first thing I ask.
Hey, did you go to school?
Yeah.
No? Fuck off.
HKU or
Fuck off. Since
Sint Joost?
St. Joost? Yeah, exactly.
Of Willem de Koning.
Yeah.
No,
It's
I know one person who right now he did some stuff for Trip Tank.
Mhm.
Like it's not Zeural, but maybe some other guy. He lives in Limburg and he does some cool shit. Maar on the regular.
Tevoorde? What's he called?
Nah,
Okay.
Sven Stobbels?
No.
No.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you're at school, you have a lot of time to work on your
Yeah.
own stuff,
Yeah.
and you don't have to work. Well, some people need to work, but you get some money from the government, which you have to pay back now these days.
Yay.
But it's a good place to learn what you want to create yourself and what you like. Learn what
It's
a
a
place to get
space.
to
They
get
give you space and
criticism.
time to work on your own stuff.
Yeah.
And because you especially when you go to uni and you go, well, we didn't really go to uni, we went to college, university or something it's called, I believe in English. It's like it's almost university what we went to, but not really.
It's university level,
No, it's
job
not
orientated school.
It's bachelor.
It's bachelor's.
It's
Yeah,
bachelor.
yeah.
bachelor's degree. Doesn't matter. But in the end, so basically, like schools like that, it's not really about like you go to school and you learn stuff. It's like, well, you do, but it's not the classic way
It's
of
on the
like,
side.
here's teacher. Hello, I'm gonna teach you animation. This is how you do animation.
No.
Animation time. It's like you do. It's you need to do a lot of stuff yourself, and so school gives you the time and the space and the materials. That's up to for debate with our
We had
school.
a tablet.
But
and-
yeah, like it just it's a nice environment to learn in. Like if you
Yeah.
like, what's your other choice is to sit at home
Do it yourself.
and that's it. Like where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have a
if you're-
friend that does it as well. Okay, cool. Hello, friend.
if you're extremely motivated and maybe you've got like a Tumblr following already.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But then I
Also
guess
nice
not.
to have money.
But I really like school. I like going to school. And like if you go to like Gobelin, then you really get taught animation.
Yeah.
And
Which
if
is
you go
what
to
I didn't.
some other school like CalArt or whatever.
It doesn't really appeal to me though. Like,
in-
Goblin doesn't really appeal to me. Like I wouldn't like to go there for some reason.
No, but that's like you learn how to animate in a very technical way.
Yeah.
In a very
You mean like it's very much like according to their like standards, like
yes.
because it's always Goblin always kind of like the same vibe to the films that come out of there. I find at least
Yeah, but it's really well done.
it's always well
Yeah.
made, sure, but it's always like a team of like 12 people working on one video, and that's one thing that doesn't appeal to me because I do kind of like to. I'm quite a lone wolf. I like to do my own thing every now and then.
But in Gobelin, if you finish Gobelin, then finding work is really easy.
Oh, I guess
heard
so,
from
yeah.
the people who went to Gobelin.
Yeah, but what do you do
So-
then? You also go to a studio and you become part of the system.
Yeah, but if you like that,
If you like that kind of stuff, sure, yeah. I like this more though.
Yep.
I'd rather have Pegbarians, to be honest.
I'd rather have Pegbarians.
Yeah,
How sweet.
we're the
Yeah,
best.
Mr. Lone Wolf
Yes.
together with the Pegbarians.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you can do your own
A
stuff.
pack of lone wolves.
Back alone.
That does work. But yeah, we're very individual. But I would say
I'd say go to school.
go to school if you have the opportunity. Why the hell not? Like what's your excuse not to go to school? Because I went. I had this conversation with a short version of this with the animator for Yogskas. What's his name? Kieran. He said like I don't see the point of going to school, and he said like because I learned everything myself. It's like sure, yeah, and he's pretty good at his work, but there's so much stuff that you don't get by just sitting around because you shouldn't expect school to just be like a
Here it
4-year
is.
long
Yeah.
animation tutorial. It's like you learn about storyboarding, you learn about film, you learn about storytelling, you learn
Yep.
about pacing, you learn timing and
Cinematography
composition
and stuff,
and all that kind of stuff. And you can't teach that yourself. But that's going to take so much time.
And it's like if you have the opportunity to go to school and you don't go to school, then you gotta make like a really good plan on how you're gonna get way better by yourself.
Yeah.
Instead of.
Yeah.
And if you're like, oh, I just want to learn how to animate well, then.
Then do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not
Go
gonna
for it.
help you.
And
That
you
much.
might miss a few things.
You miss a lot.
Yeah,
miss a lot.
so
you miss
suddenly,
having
Connections.
friends.
Do not underestimate.
no, I mean
the,
you miss a lot. Like you might focus on a few things because you think those are the things that I need to learn to be a good animator. So you
But
start
guess
working
what?
somewhere, and then suddenly there's this other way of this other thing, or you never learned to draw dogs because you didn't like drawing dogs. I don't fucking know.
You don't
But
even know what a
there
dog
might be
looks
something
like.
that you just kind of lack in because you yourself overlooked it.
Yeah, of course.
That is a chance that you kind of walk when you do it on your own. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess there's so many tutorials online, you
Yeah.
can kind of avoid that.
In the
But then you
first-
have to do
yeah.
those tutorials.
Yeah, but I think most people when they think about I want to learn how animation, they think about I want to learn how to animate. But
I
the
wanna
most
learn, yeah.
important thing is storytelling. If you go something, if you make something narratively, then storytelling is the most important thing.
Yeah. Animation goes second.
Or if you make something like very artsy, then not that much. But
Yeah. You can better be the best animator, but if you're a shit storyteller, you still need someone else to do the story for you,
which is fine.
which is fine.
Yeah.
Of course, that's fine, but animation is not everything because they want to make an animation. I want to make a video. It's like, well, then you need to learn more than just how to use your software and how to draw.
Yep.
But also, like, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh yeah, also at school, what's very important, but probably most one of the most important things is that you have other people around you,
Yeah.
because you can do this all by yourself, sure, but you'll be mostly on your own, and you won't have no one to compare your work to or to talk about your work.
It's really motivating to be surrounded
Yeah.
by other creatives.
Yeah, and the teacher, and be open to criticism. Holy shit, you have to be open to criticism. If you don't, you're never gonna get better.
Yeah.
If you're constantly gonna go like, well, that's your opinion, man, then you're never gonna get anywhere because you need that criticism. Like we would never be here if it weren't for like harsh criticism from our wonderful teachers
Wink.
that we take,
Smile.
that we respect and to take to heart.
Yeah, but
Yep.
also the criticism from our fellow
And
students.
fellow students and that kind of
Yep.
stuff. Yeah, sure, it's very important. it's probably one of the most important things about school is having that connection with other people and people telling you, hey, that might need some change.
You're gonna say something else. Hey, that's shit.
That's really bad.
But then you're just.
How long did it take you this? 6 months. Oh, can't see that. Can't see that. I can make this in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Bye.
So we are also going to discuss a few ideas that people send in.
Yeah.
On Twitter.
You want to go first?
Huh?
You want to go first?
I want to go first. I'm gonna steal this one. This is from Zombie Goat at Zombie Goat on Twitter. I guess that's his Twitter handle. And his idea is a new continent is discovered by Donald Trump. What happens?
What happens?
What happens? A new continent.
So an animation about Donald Trump discovering a new continent.
So there's like
He's basically Columbus.
lots of countries and shit. Like under the sea, he discovers Atlantis.
He's got Atlantis.
But that's not the continent.
What does he do?
We do the entire Disney movie Atlantis with Donald Trump instead of the one guy.
Yeah. I guess.
I'd see that.
Are we gonna get political here on this podcast?
Well, I don't know. Like
he
the thing.
goes to Atlantis and he's like, oh, this is a great city. There's so many Atlantis people here. And then he goes, I'm going to wall it off. And he walls it off.
Yeah.
And then all the water, like inside, because Atlantis underwater, of course. So he discovers it underwater. And he puts a wall around it. And the wall reaches all the way to sea level, to the top. And it drains out all the water. And other people who live in Atlantis, who are obviously like mermen, they need to breathe underwater. They die. And he goes, there you go, got a town now. And then he makes it all flat and he makes it into a big tower. And the tower reaches about sea level, so you can't see it. And then it goes bankrupt within a few years.
And there's always...
And he keeps claiming that he's a really good businessman. And as he goes, finally I can be president of something. Politics.
We got him.
We got him, guys.
I don't really want to add anything to that. Thijs?
I don't know. Like the thing is with Donald Trump, you could take all the things that are like the stereotypical things that Trump would say or do, and just make this crazy continent with like super alien, weird place where everything he does and says kind of get set up against him or something.
Or that everyone loves him there.
Or
it's like, it's the best place, there's free medicine, everyone's healthy, and then he just fucks it up.
Yeah, something like that.
He doesn't like the Atlantis people because the female population is mermaids, and he can't. They have like fish legs, so he can't grab them by the pussy.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Hey!
I can't grab anyone by the pussy. Yeah, I hate this. I'm gonna put a wall.
God,
I'm gonna drown you out.
Okay, next idea? Is it safe? Next idea?
Next one. Shoot.
Okay, we got one idea. Laboom at laboom.inc. We actually saw him on Click.
Hey.
And it was fun to see him.
Hey, Laboom.
Thanks for sending in ideas all the time. In a western wasteland where people's mustaches can handle guns, a new guy arrives with eyelashes to kill.
He sounds beautiful.
What?
So it's all the mustaches hold the guns.
Yes.
Yeah.
The guys shoot with the mustache.
But then I guess it would be funny if the guy has no control over his mustache.
I think it would be that they just do it. But I think it would be cooler if it's not a new guy but a new girl that uses her eyelashes.
Yeah, because they go like, "Hi, you don't have a mustache. You can't do
Yeah,
anything."
it's always scary because in this world I would see it as men are like extra
Masculine?
more powerful.
Yeah.
And have extra more
Because
power
they
of
have
women
facial
because
hair.
they're the only ones that can grow a mustache that can. And then there's the occasional guy who can't grow any mustache hair.
Yeah.
And like only really puffs, and they can only all the really small gun maybe. Those are like there's a hierarchy. Like the biggest mustache has the biggest gun is therefore in this wild western is like the big boss, and then this girl comes along with these giant eyelashes that just.
I've seen an animation with that before. Like there was somebody animated a girl just lifting weights with the eyelashes and stuff.
Oh no, that's a comic.
It's a comic.
The shark lady.
I don't know her name.
What's her name again?
She makes
She
really
makes all that
funny
kind of
things.
shark stuff for some reason.
Yeah.
They're really funny. They're actually really funny. From Tumblr.
But then what would be the other thing? Like so the mustache holds a gun.
Yeah, but she has like
How do you make it so that it's logical that they can only use their mustache and not just their hands?
Because they don't want to use
They
their
don't
hands.
have any hands.
Maybe they don't have any hands, no arms.
Or they're like,
This is
all
the
the
torso.
mustaches are pointing a gun at their owner the entire time. Like,
Ooh.
So
Now move over there.
that's the twist.
move over there.
That's the twist.
I've
Grab
seen
that
that
Like
stuff.
you feel like, oh, they're the most powerful, but then the twist is that they're all like just,
They're being
held
captive.
hostage.
Yeah.
and then the eyelashes just cuts all the mustaches off.
Because Eyelash has a perfect relationship. Like Pokemon and Pokemon Trainer with her owner.
Yeah.
And they work hand in hand. And that's why they win. They win with teamwork.
And hard.
But she has like, I just
love.
imagine like this, she has like these massive eyelashes. And these eyelashes are like spaghetti thickness, right?
Yeah.
It's really thick. And they'll have like
jeez.
little hands at the end. And she holds like 14 revolvers at the same time. She's like, what's it
That's a
called?
scary image.
Vishnu, what's the one with the many arms?
Oh, yeah,
Spider.
Vishnu, like, but with her eyelashes. And just like, everywhere.
And she walks inside like a saloon, and everyone draws a gun.
And she
And
draws.
then everyone drops at the same time. It's like, and she blows on all the guns.
She has like holsters all over her body.
Yeah.
Just
Small
everywhere
ones.
there's
Or
holsters.
holsters all over her face. There's a new girl in town.
God,
It's gonna be like a trailer.
but she's really heavy because she has 14 revolvers. And he goes like, you have that dramatic like, ka-kum, ka-kum, going
Yeah.
into the bar, but she has to walk like that because she's fucking slow because she has to walk 14 revolvers on her body. She's like, "Ugh, ugh, ugh." How thick should that neck be if she could have the eyelashes that hold 14 revolvers?
Maybe she just has a normal girl with a huge neck.
just
This
a
is nasty.
just a what's it called, a diglet, just like one, just a diglet.
Oh god. People are questioning, are you really a girl? I mean, you look really weird.
You look really phallic.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yep.
Okay, why don't we go to the next
Sounds
idea?
good.
This is
That
like
sounds
the
good.
best
The best-
first podcast.
This is the best
First podcast for
first 16 podcasts
Yep.
in the world.
The history.
Well, do we need an ending for this, or it's just like
She
That's
beats
it.
the mustache.
maybe all the mustache? That's it.
I like them eyelashes.
And now all the mustaches work for her,
Yeah.
and they brush her eyelashes with their mustaches. Or everyone has to cut off their mustache,
Yeah.
and then they realize it's better this way.
It's
Yeah.
better this way. And they have to grow eyelashes instead.
Yeah,
Because that's a non-corrupt hair on your face.
yeah. Everyone has eyelashes.
Yeah, they help to keep the sweat out of your
And then
eyes.
she flies
Yeah.
away. It's like, my work here is done. And she does like, she blinks really quickly and she flies away.
There's something in your eye, no? But but if she has like long lower eyelashes as well, it's like Venus flytrap
Venus
eyes,
flytrap.
right?
Oh, like that.
I'm
Oh,
so-
did an animation of that too?
Like that
yeah,
Eon
that is from
Flux.
Eon's Flux. Yeah.
Oh.
With
yeah.
the little fly
Yeah.
stuck in the eye.
Suddenly I'm super aware how weird it is that we have hair growing out of the lids of our eyes.
It's fine.
It's fucking weird.
The word eyelid is weird as well.
Huh?
The word eyelid is weird.
Eyelid, yeah.
It's like
It
a
really,
it's like
really
a bottle lid or a
gross
trash can
little-
lid. An eyelid. What do we call them?
Oogleden.
Oogleden.
No,
Eye members. That's
Eye
weird.
members.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
weird. as well.
nice.
Never mind. That's weird.
Members of the
Eye.
special club.
That's way weirder.
And we call them whimpers.
Whimpers. Which is that's the sound that Dutch
That
people
they
make when they
make.
blink.
Yeah.
Okay.
we haven't been blinking this entire podcast, so
No.
that's why.
I just did. Oops. Sorry.
Another idea?
If we must.
Here we must.
Okay, Martijn, you
Alright.
can do the.
Okay, this is Zombie God again.
Yep.
It's at Zimby God.
Oh, that's Zimmy
Not Zombie Goat, but Zimby God.
Yep.
He says, what about Tony? He'll get the job done. I can't do this. And I don't have a...
Hey,
you do.
what about Tony? He'll get the job done, if you know what I mean. Winky,
Winky
face.
face. Winky face. As he says
Winky
that.
face.
Wait, that-
Winky
that's it?
face.
That's his idea.
Because that's... his name is actually like, his name is... explain his emotions literally.
Man.
Man. And he just does like winky face. Or frown. Or frown.
I'm so frown right now.
He's like that alien race from Mass Effect. That doesn't... They can't explain... They have to explain their emotions to other people.
Okay.
Chastising remark. Like, and they go like, and then they say something.
That sounds
Oh,
It's
annoying.
really cool. I thought it was a really cool detail. Anyway,
Ah.
yeah. So
What-
Tony
what if
gets
his-
the job done.
What
if
if
you know
his
what I mean.
own name was Tony? And he talks in the third person. And everyone's like, who can do this job? What about Tony? He'll get the job done. Winky face.
But it goes, if you know what I mean. So he goes into first person,
Yeah?
but not when it refers to himself.
Yes.
But he doesn't refer to himself in first person when it's...
Maybe he's like a schizophrenic.
That would be actually really cool. He's just
But
a
what
one...
job is
What
Tony
if,
gonna do?
what if he's a one-man mob? It's like...
He's a woman muff. It's like,
It's one-man mafia.
oh yeah, we can ask Tony. Yeah, what about Tony?
That would be funny.
I don't think Tony's good for the job, guys. I think Tony's a real piece of shit. Hey, get out of here! And then he starts fighting with himself.
He was the one-man mafia, and he was it for one day, because then he got executed by himself.
Yeah.
By Tony.
No,
Because
Tony. Think of all the good times we had together. I don't know about that. I don't know.
That could actually be very funny.
That
No,
could be
then you have the
pretty
conversation that we have to get rid of Tony.
fun. Yeah.
You'll be sleeping with the fishes, and he drowns himself.
But if
But
you
then
know
it
what
would
I
be fun
mean.
to animate how he puts his own legs in concrete
Yeah.
and then throws
Yeah.
himself
Into the...
into the water.
There's Noah, save me! And then he just elongates and he's like, I'm gonna save you. Standing on the pier with it.
Oh yeah, maybe it becomes so crazy. It's like standing and then
No!
falling.
Curse you, backstabbing Steve! No! Ha ha ha! No! Ha ha! No! And he falls in the water.
It's actually a pretty good idea. I like
Oh
it.
no!
Yeah.
I like this as well. Yeah.
This is like an idea for Jotun Perel.
Yeah.
Can't you see it in his style?
Yeah, I could see that. But it's like sideways mouth. Like...
Yeah. So yeah, but if you know what I mean, does that have anything to do? Because the idea was, what about Tony? He'll get the job done. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. So whatever he does is every job he does with I don't know. What if you know what I mean? What is so special about this? Like
Yeah.
you think either like something like really violent or something really sexual, but what if
Yeah.
it's something completely different? Like he solves every problem with candy floss.
Good manners. Oh.
Good
Good
manners, very
Yeah.
good manners. It just goes to like, we got some trouble with the gang next in this west side, and he just goes over and he has a really good talk with them. And he does get out
Music
because he's very
castle,
charismatic and he's very
bottle
like
of wine.
his diplomacy skills are very high, so
Yeah.
he gets the job done.
If you
you know what I mean.
Wink.
Wink.
Winky
Why are you winking?
face.
This does it really cleanly.
Yeah.
You don't expect that. So
And
that
I always wink for stuff like that. I don't know when to wink, guys. I just don't know when to wink. It's like a completely different story where
Somebody-
someone doesn't know when to use certain
Facial things?
facial faces. Winky face.
facial faces.
Yeah.
Facial faces.
Expressions.
But he says it out loud. Winky face.
Winky face.
It's like diva.
Because he's like a gangster with one eye, so he can't
You
wink.
can't even.
Wait, he has to say it. Winky face. I'm giving you the evil eye. You can't see because I'm missing one.
You can give someone one evil eye.
One evil eye.
Yeah.
It's constantly evil. Anyway,
I lost you guys.
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Podcasts.
We got him. We're gonna do it improv.
Yeah, announce it loudly. Okay, here it goes.
Well, hello,
Should we explain what's happening?
boss. Hello, boss.
Should we explain what's happening, or this is gonna be really weird?
Yes.
Okay, Finian.
Welcome to Fax Boss.
Welcome to Fax Boss. Finian sent an idea at Nugatory Games, and he said, an average day at work in a normal human-filled office. Punchline, the boss is really a mean fax machine. Yada yada. And we grabbed this idea, and we'd like to do improv at the end of our podcast. And we're just going to improv the idea that Martijn here is a fax machine boss. And we're kooky, zany characters.
Wow.
Okay, so ready whenever you are.
This is so stupid.
It was your idea to put improv
Welcome
in
to
the
Fax
podcast,
Boss.
Welcome to Fax Boss.
Fax Boss. Weird.
We're like the opening is like that's like the opening, 1 minute and 30 of just horrible fax machine noises, and a slow zoom in on the Fax Boss.
I do want to point out that I am one of those old fax machines where this paper with like the strips on the side with the holes in it, you have to strip off. Like, it's super annoying. I'm a really old-fashioned fax boss. Like, really
kind of yellowish.
controversial. Yeah, yellowed by the
It
sun.
used to be grey, but now it's yellowish.
Why don't you get with the times, Fax Boss?
That's me telling you, mind your own business, janitor, man.
Oh yeah, I'm the janitor. I'm just sweeping up over here. And this mean old fax machine just keeps printing out paper.
Fax Boss, you have an appointment.
Fax Boss! Can I come in?
I'm here. I'll just open the door because no one knows what this old fax machine's saying. I don't know how he got to be the boss of all this shit.
Hello?
Yes?
Anybody in there? Oh, it's you. The janitor.
Yeah.
Don't
talk to me. Talk to the boss.
Yeah.
I'm just cleaning up around
Could you
here.
leave for a second, Mr. Janitor?
Okay, bye. Click.
Oh, so rude. Faxbot, I would like to form a complaint. I'm glad you understand. The janitor has been very annoying, and he's been mixing with my stuff. I'm pretty sure it was the janitor.
Hello, does someone need a janitor?
No, get out of here.
Okay, bye.
Get out of here.
Okay, bye.
And I can't do my work properly with this janitor walking around screwing with my thingamajinks and my computer. I think he's been downloading porno on my computer.
Boss! Fax boss, here's the porn you wanted to be downloaded.
What? Oh,
It's on this hard disk. Should I just put it on you or something?
Well, the nerve. The audacity. I can't. Janitor, come in here.
Yes?
I'm sick and tired of your attitude and how you abuse my desk and my stuff and my computer and my luggage and my girlfriend and my house and my dog. And it took everything from me.
Sorry,
You asshole.
it's boss's orders.
Really is a true fax machine, boss?
I've never...
This massive page of like just the 3 capital letters YES come out. Really big and thick black letters, like yes.
The boss says yes.
Really slowly.
Oh, it's an S. I think this the first one's an S.
Yeah.
Etc.
Etc. Oh, he says yes.
No!
Like you've been standing there for like an entire hour just waiting for this fax machine.
Yeah.
Huh? And at the end of the Y, you're like, shit.
Well, I quit. And I throw the
Your badge and your
my
gun.
bag, my nice
Your Louis Vuitton.
briefcase, and I throw it on the
Hermes
scan
bag.
thing of the fax. Does it have a scan thing? It's so old.
I don't
throw it
that's-
at the fax
No,
boss.
it's a fax machine. It's not a scanner.
I throw it at you,
Okay,
fax
cool.
boss.
And I absorb it like on the top, like. and I print all your resumes. I fax all your resumes to all kind of other companies.
that's actually
How
pretty nice.
handy.
Thank you,
And I
boss.
tell them,
It's so nice.
and I tell them, put this on the blacklist.
I run to the secretary. Do something! Stop this mad boss!
I try to get the bag out.
I'll make sure you'll never get a job again.
Fax boss! Oh wait, why am I screaming? I think it's pretty okay. No, because I have to clean all this shit up now. Fax boss!
But you always have to do it.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I'm just fine with it. I'm just grumpy.
And I'm like,
I guess...
hello, Cindy. Is that your name? I forgot.
Yes. Yes, that's my
Can you
name.
please escort this man out of the building?
Would you please step out of the office before I call security?
No, get off me, woman! And get off me, faxbot! And get off me, you janitor asshole! I am going to sue for my... I don't know yet, but I'm going to sue you. Because fuck you.
I guess this is the part where, like, oh, fax boss! And then we have a laugh
Laugh
I
track.
have a laugh
And then
while
Fax
you
Boss-
are homeless and
Because he's
jobless
really
now.
old, he makes like the ruffle cup that goes really old joke from the 90s.
Yeah. And
What?
then, like, the end slowly comes down over the screen, like...
Credits get printed out like slowly.
They get a shot of the roof.
And there's not
And
like
you see
there's not like a nice
me
jazz
standing
song.
there.
No, it's too
like-
much. It's too much.
No, it's like a nice
While the
jazz song
credits
going
just
like.
keep rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's Fax Boss. Fax Boss.
nobody hear like a nice jazz song when I just hear like the printer going for 10 minutes.
And yeah, the ending is like 10 minutes. It's like the end slowly, and everybody's trying to stand still because
Yeah,
yeah,
they're doing the 80s freeze frame.
yeah.
And
Oh boy.
I guess I liked it. It was pretty good.
it's pretty good.
All right, guys. So this was episode 16. All the other ones are on SoundCloud and iTunes.
Yeah.
Watch them if you like this one.
Or
We'll put the
listen to
links
them.
in the description if you're on YouTube.
It's
And
also
if you're not
listening.
on YouTube, you're on SoundCloud. Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy. Cookie for you.
Let us know what you think of this podcast or any other podcast that we made. Do you like this to be on our channel?
Yep.
Let's
Right.
play more
In
ideas.
the comments below.
And
And
send
send
in-
them.
Put your
ideas.
suggestions, send them over to Twitter or just put them here in the YouTube comments or in the Cloud Sound comments. Not iTunes, because I don't read them. Does anyone read the iTunes ones? I don't know.
Nope.
Because it requires
You
me
got any.
to download the iTunes thing, and I can't be arsed. So it's not going to happen.
For all you Mac users out there.
Get out of
Like
here.
iTunes,
Thank
though.
you and goodbye.
Goodbye, folks.
Bye.
Bye bye.